Hello, Father Fish. Want to give you a little update on the liquidation of Father Fish Aquarium. We've been in the first week emptying tanks and trying to get a handle on how to proceed. We've got a few people interested in buying some of our larger tanks, so a couple of those are pre-sold, and we've been breaking down some of our systems. So let me give you an idea of what's going on. These are our saltwater system tanks, and they're now empty. They're 2 6-foot double sections, and these are for sale. We're going to make these available to whoever wants them. They're kind of dirty and sandy right now because we pulled all the sand out of them so that we can move them. But they're available. Next to them are 2 8-foot sections double of freshwater. These were originally set up as saltwater. Originally we had a very large saltwater department. We cut it back because we needed more space for freshwater. But in any case, there are 2 8-foot sections here of acrylic systems. They each hold about 200 gallons of water. And then there's this rack. It's a 4-tier rack that has acrylic tanks on it on all 4 tiers. Those are empty and ready to go, and this really ought to go as an entire system, a rack system. It's about 7.5 foot tall, so it's kind of big. We had to cut the top in order to be able to get it in, but it puts together without any weakness in the structure. Nice system. They do all tie together and work as a sump to the bottom. And then there are, oh, by the way, these were built by a local doctor who was raising a number of different species of fish. He sold his home and had to get rid of it, so we acquired the system. Tanks like this, we're at a point right now where we can't do any more without getting rid of fish. So we've got to move a substantial number of fish in order to begin emptying some of the other tanks like this one. And then there's this 3-tier. These are 8-foot tanks. They're 14 inches front to back, 14 inches tall. They came out of Shed Aquarium in Chicago many years ago. They were not display tanks. They were vaccine tanks, holding tanks. They're really quite nice. As I said, they're 8 foot long. Big acrylic systems that hold quite a lot. So they're empty now. I think the sand's out of all of them. Those are ready to go. We'll do that with the rack if someone wants to get all 3 of them. All of the plumbing goes with everything on an as needed basis. One more tank I want to show you. This is a 4-foot acrylic that's 200 gallons. It's 3 foot tall. We're looking for a special buyer for this. We think we have someone interested in it who is looking for a tank for their child, their autistic child, as a show tank, not as something that the child would actually be working in. The benefit of this is that it's big, it's substantial, it can't be pulled over, it can't be broken. It's a pretty safe system and a big one, so it would be pretty impressive. The one thing I wanted to show you was this 500 gallon. This is a remarkable tank. It came out of Moat Aquarium a number of years ago. It was one of their first system tanks. These are still being built here in Florida. The company is about 40 years old, maybe more, at least 40 years old. They've been building these. They're a wood frame with fiberglass, a glass front that's 10 foot. That's a 10-foot sheet of half-inch glass. Solid tank, heavy as can be, and just really remarkable. We do have an interested buyer, but that's going to be available too. So there you have it. Let me get myself back here. That's what we've done so far. Systems like these we're going to be doing probably on a per tank basis, unless somebody wants to try to take the whole thing. We have several of these. Here's another one. This is a pyramid. It's tanked on both sides. And then there's the other side you can kind of see. And then we have this acrylic system, two 8-foot 3-tier sections. I think they're 8 foot. No, they're 6 foot. Two 6-foot 3-tier sections. And then we have two of these 4-tier systems that are end pieces for this. It could go as a unit or break it down and sell them individually, however that's going to work out. The atrium with all of the birds of course are for sale. There's some nice pieces of wood in here that need to go. The atrium itself is available. It would have to be taken down. The company that put it up will take it down for a fee. So there we have it. We're on the way. We're hoping by the end of the month to be pretty well broken down and cleaned up. So we'll give you more posts as we move along, give you a sense of how this is happening, and also be able to give you some news as to what Father Fish is going to be doing. So thanks for plugging in. See you again soon.